Mirabai, one of the greatest devotees of Lord Krishna, the daughter of a prince and the daughter-in-law of a prince. She gave up everything and faced persecution. Her songs live on the lips of people to this day. Sri Girdhar,
I shall dance before Girdhar Gopal. I shall dance till he is superly delighted. I honor even those who love him. I shall tie round my ankles the tinkling bells of love and compassion, and wear the dress of his remembrance and dance. I do not care for honor or the good name of the family which people consider important. I go and lie in the bed of my lover, Hari, and enjoy the bliss of his love. Sri Krishna alone is my lover. I have gone mad with grief. I will have no peace of mind unless Sri Krishna comes to me. Mira is the bond slave and the Lord is he, Sri Krishna. The woman who composed this song, who was thinking always of Sri Krishna and desired only his love, was not a character in a story, nor was she a gopi from Gokula, but a historical figure who lived about 400 years ago. She was Mirabai, the daughter of a king and the daughter in law of a king. She dedicated her entire life to God and endured all the difficulties of life. Awake or asleep, all the time she thought only of Sri Krishna. Thus, Mira lives in the hearts of people of India as the very embodiment of bhakti or devotion to God. Even today, people sing the songs of Mira, who, forgetful of everything, was in love with Girdhar Gopal and offered herself entirely to him. Mira Bhajan has developed into a unique tradition in Indian music. She was a princess. She lost her mother in her childhood. She married a prince, but she lost him also when she was young. Her husband's family objected to her worshipping Krishna. Even the king was against it. They attempted to murder her, but whatever happened, the same words lived in her heart and on her lips. Girdhar is the Lord and Mira is his servant. This is all that we know for certain about her. People narrate several stories about Mirabai's life. It is difficult to distinguish facts from fiction. In such narrations, such stories get changed as they get descent from generation to generation. It is not fair to dismiss all the stories as mere legend. Some details may be wrong, but from these tales we can get at least a clear idea about her personality and achievements. Mira was a devotee of Sri Krishna. She is worthy of being ranked with the mystic poets. The mystics gave no importance to their personal lives. They see only God in everything and forget themselves. That is why not much is known about them. Mira too has not said much about her life. She has mentioned in some of her songs that she was from Medata and belonged to the family of Dodaji. She has described in her songs how she suffered at the hands of the Rana. We wish we had more information about this great devotee, Sri Krishna's idol in childhood hands. There are no two opinions about the fact that Mira belonged to Medata in Rajasthan. She calls herself in one of her songs as Medatni, a woman who belongs to Medata. She has also stated that she is a Dodajini, one of Dodaji's family of the Rathore royal dynasty. There were several petty feudal states in Rajasthan. Medata was one of them. Rao Dodaji was its Rana. Princes in Rajasthan were usually called Ranas. Rana Rao Dodaji had four children. The eldest was B. Rama Dev and the youngest Simha. Ratan Simha was a brave warrior. For a long time he did not have children, at least by the grace of God. A daughter was born to him. She was named Mira. She was probably born in 1498. When she was only a child, she lost her mother. At that time, there were several kingdoms in India, some large and some small. Besides, it was the age of the Mughals. Wars were frequent. Since Ratan Simha, the father of Mira, had to spend most of his time in wars, the child had to grow up in the palace of its grandfather Dudaji. One day a procession was passing in front of the palace. Mira was yet a small girl. People in the procession bowed to the Rana and proceeded. It was a wedding procession. The bridegroom was very attractively dressed. Mira saw him. He might have looked like a big doll to those innocent eyes. What is this? She asked her grandfather. He is a bridegroom, replied he. But the little girl could not quite understand the meaning of the word bridegroom. I too want one like that to play with. Please get me one, the girl said. What could anyone say to such a request of the child? It is but natural of children to ask for every new things they see. Without a second word, the grandfather brought out a lovely idol of Sri Krishna and placing it in her hands, said, Look, my dear, here is your bridegroom. Take good care of him. Mira got what she had asked for. What else did she care for? She played with the idol and behaved as if Krishna was her husband. This is one story about Mira. There is nothing improbable in it, but it can't, cannot be said for certain that this is what really happened. One more story about how Mira got the idol of Sri Krishna is worth considering. Rao Dodaji had much respect for monks and saints. Almost every day, some monk or the other came to the palace as a guest of honor. Once a hermit called Rai Das came to the palace. He was prominent among the disciples of Sant Ramanand, who had spread the Vaishnav cult in North India. He had a beautiful idol of Sri Krishna. He used to worship it as his personal deity. Mira saw it and wanted it. She asked for it. She would listen to no one. She was stubborn and insisted on having it. Who would be prepared to part with his personal deity just to pacify a child? The hermit left the palace after enjoying the king's hospitality. Mira did not stop crying. She gave up food and drink and went on crying for the idol. Next morning, Raidas returned to the palace and placed the idol of Sri Krishna, so dear to him, in Mira's hand. Her joy knew no bounds. Greatly surprised, What is this? Asked Dodaji. The hermit said, Last night Sri Krishna appeared in my dream and said, My beloved devotee is crying for me. Go and give the idol to her. It is my duty to obey my Lord's command. That is why I came back running. Mira is a great person. So saying, the hermit blessed Mira and went away. This is another story. Some scholars say that this happened about the year 1501 to 1502. There are also people who say that a sannyasi was not Raidas but somebody else. Mira herself has said in a song, My mind has become one with Hari. I can see my path clearly. My master Raidas herself has given me the pill of wisdom. The name of Hari has been deeply inscribed on my heart. Thus, Mira has clearly stated that Raidas was her spiritual master, so the story narrated earlier may be believed. The problem lies not so much in the story as in the name of Raidas mentioned in it. Raidas, the disciple of Ramanand, was born in or about the year 1400. The story can be true only if Raidas lived for more than 100 years. One another important point is that Raidas was a devotee of Rama. Therefore, many persons do not believe that he had an idol of Lord Krishna. But it cannot be said that he never worshipped Krishna and that he did not have an idol of Krishna at all. Vrindavan, Dwarka, and the banks of river Jammu, which are associated with Krishna's life, are places in North India. So naturally, the people there were particularly devoted to Sri Krishna. In such circumstances, it would not have been unusual even if Raidas had an idol of Sri Krishna. Some scholars say that the hermit of this story was only a disciple of Raidas. It was a tradition to give the same name of the Guru to the disciple succeeding to the Guru's position. So this view may be correct. Somehow or other, the idol of Sri Krishna came to the great tiny hands of little Mira as a gift from some holy man. Sri Krishna became her companion all through her life. The king's daughter-in-law. Mira was brought up in the palace of her grandfather. Along with her general education, she received lessons in music and dance too. She acquired a good mastery over them. She must have been especially proficient in music. The sweet musical quality of her songs is rarely found in the lyrics of other poets. This melody is the main reason for the immense popularity of her songs. Sri Krishna had already filled her heart. After Dodaji's death, his first son, B. Rama Dev, became the Rana. He thought of celebrating Mira's marriage. It was decided that she was to marry Bhojraja, the crown princess of Chittor. He was the son of Rana Sanga. The marriage was celebrated with great pomp and grandeur in 1516. It seems Mira had placed the idol of Sri Krishna by her side, even on the bridal seat. The royal family, which had the custom of placing the sword representing the bridegroom by the bride's side, might well have allowed this. Mira had been worshipping Krishna right from her childhood. Nobody in her parents' home had come in the way. On the other hand, they had encouraged it. But as soon as she came to live with her husband, her devotion to Sri Krishna began to cause displeasure among the members of her husband's family. The family which Mira entered was renowned for bravery and heroism. Though the Rana had to face all along the adversities of life, he bore them with courage but never accepted the Mughal rule in Rajasthan. Constantly fighting against the Mughals, he had held high the banner of Rajasthan's tenacity, courage, and heroism. Such a man was her father-in-law, and his eldest son Bhojraja was her husband. This brave spirit of Rajasthan was the pride of India. Bhojraja too was a hero. His family had been from times immemorial followers of the Shakta cult. That is why they worship the goddess of power in the form of Durga, Kali, Chamunda, and Parvati. They did not so much like the worship of Vishnu.